Well, with students heading back to the classroom, we know that there are so many things that these kids need to be ready for the new school year. But what about those kids with asthma and allergies? With me to talk about what they need to be prepared is Joyce Brewer. She's the creator and host of mommytalkshow.com. Welcome back, Joyce. We always love having you.
Oh, thanks. Thanks for having me. A lot of busy times for parents right now.
Absolutely. There's so much going on. Everybody's getting back into the swing of things. But yeah, these kids with allergies and asthma, they have some extra things on the to-do list, on the shopping list. So what are some of the most important things?
So some of the most important things, especially for families that have food allergies, is to make sure that their children's items are labeled the right way. I have our son's water bottle here, and these are Mabel's Labels Allergy Alert. So it says what he's allergic to. It has his name. So number one, it won't get lost. And then number two, it won't bring any confusion between his teachers or him as to what kind of foods he can or cannot have.
Okay, and you were saying it's important to stay on top of that labeling because maybe you've got new book bags or you lost something, you know.
Maybe these are new water bottles this year. You know, your child may be doing a sport and may have an additional bag. So getting tags and labels that have that information on that, their coaches, their teachers, and the nurses are going to love you for it.
Everybody's on the same page.
Exactly.
All right, what else?
When it comes to, you know, an emergency where they're going into anaphylactic shock because they've had something that they're allergic to, they need to have an epinephrine pen. I know a lot of people are familiar with the EpiPen, but they may not know about another pen called the auvi-q. And depending on what your insurance is, there's different, you know, amounts that you're going to have to pay for it through your insurance. But remember, the EpiPen or the auvi-q pen you got last year for school is now expired. They expire after a year, so you're going to have to get a new one. Make sure you talk to your, you know, your family doctor and get a new pen before your child goes back to school.
Okay, gotcha. And you have a couple more things here. This is, now we're moving into asthma.
Now we're moving into asthma, exactly. So this is a nebulizer. I know it looks like a little dog, but this is what, when our child is having issues breathing, most teachers and schools already have the nebulizer, but as a parent, you have to make sure you get a new mask and new tubing and make sure that your school nurse has that. Usually they label it because they're going to be getting that medication sometimes in school if they're having difficulty breathing, and as well, the medication that goes in this, the albuterol, that also expires after a year. So what you used last school year, you're going to have to get again this school year, and usually nurses are great about making sure none of that is expired.
Okay, and so you're saying that's a hard and fast black and white expiration date. I think a lot of people kind of wonder, like, oh, it's not that far expired. Get rid of it.
Get rid of it. And like I said, most school nurses are really on top of it. Our school nurse, she will send a note home and say, listen, this expires next month. Send me some more albuterol. His auvi-q or his EpiPen expires next month. Send another one.
Okay, good for her. That's what we want them all to do. Also, making those appointments for physicals. Now, I know a lot of kids are already back to school, but it's important to get that done because they might change their dosage.
Exactly. If your child went through a growth spurt over the summer, like our son did, he ate everything that was not nailed down, he may, you know, your child may go up 5, 6, or 7 pounds, which could change the dosage on any of these medications, or for any child who has a chronic illness, it may change their dosage. So make sure you call your pediatrician, get in early. I know everyone's trying to get in, but let them know, say, hey, I have to get back and I want to know about this dosage before we go back to school.
All right, Joyce, you're on top of it all. Thank you for these reminders.
Sure.
Again, I know, you know, these parents, they're their kids, they know, but there's so much going on, like you said, at this time, and sometimes you forget things. So, yeah, we needed these reminders. Thank you. To review all of these tips again and to learn about Joyce and her blog, log on to mommytalkshow.com.